Hi, Brian.
This is Mr. Escobar. We're going to be conducting an interview with you today, a possible application for Mission Inn Resort. You know, really excited to have you here today.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks, guys.
Great. Well, we just had a couple of questions just to see where you're at. Like, your resume was very impressive, and me and Brandon, we wanted to see like if you're a man for the job.
All
so
right.
let's
get
started. I wanted to ask you, what about this posting immediately captured your attention?
So working at the Mission Inn would be a fantastic experience for me because I've actually stayed at the Mission Inn 3 times myself. All 3 times with one of my girlfriends, soon to be fiance. She doesn't know yet. It began a history with us for staying at the historical hotels of America. And the rich history drives me to come here today for your job interview, but also the quality of experience that I've had, the standard of excellence that I've seen and witnessed is phenomenal. It's something I want to be a part of.
Great. It's really nice that we get to be a part of your experience. So, what assets will you bring to our company? Or what can we do for us?
I've been trained at the California Culinary Academy in San Francisco, and I've also just recently taken a business admin associates and finished my Bachelor's of Science in Hospitality Management. That's gotten me about a decade of experience coupled with about 7 years of education. So I feel like I'm highly qualified, educated, motivated, and experienced to take on a position such as a sous chef here at the Mission Inn.
Great. You seem like a pretty fit guy, man. What are your strengths?
My strengths are looking to the future, trying to see how we can improve, move forward, what can drive the teams around me to be the best that they can be as well.
So you're innovative.
Yeah, I look to be the best that I can be and to inspire the people around me.
You know, we can all talk about how awesome we are, but it's really what makes us humble is, are we aware of the weaknesses that we have? So are there any? You know, I'm bad at tying my shoes.
I've actually got a good difficult time with saying no to people. I love to please people. I love to take on the most challenges that I can. But sometimes I can overwhelm myself by making sure that there's enough time for something, my oversight on my planning schedule.
But luckily, there's not a lot of naysaying in our industry. We are hospitality.
We are, so that's why it's hard to say no sometimes.
Great.
So, Brian, with you saying that you may get overwhelmed, how's your experience working in diverse populations? Yeah.
I've worked with diverse populations. By growing up in a military town, we had a lot of people from different ethnicities and different parts of the nation. With moving to San Francisco, I've taken time and made a lot of friends that were lesbian, gay, transgender, and also some people that held different religious or moral backgrounds than my own. So I've come to accept people for who they are and not judge them based on their appearance or character, but let them do their job and perform well and see who does the best job. And that's the way I like to support myself with people around me. Is everybody has an experience that's unique to themselves, and so I want to take as much from them and give as much back as I can.
Now,
That's exactly how I like to
so, you have a really extensive background in catering. I was just wondering, have you ever had to coordinate, organize, a large project? Or, pretty sure since catering, yeah, that's all that is. Have you ever, any project that stood out to you?
Working in... Actually, I did a lot of volunteer work growing up. My family was actually named Family of the Year by the Kiwanis Society. And we did a lot of volunteer work with a program called Tender Loving Cause in Yucca Valley. It's a holiday time. It's on the day of Christmas, but we call it Tender Living Cause so that anybody can come. With that, we have about 3,000 meals that we serve in a double-sided buffet. It's all volunteers. Nobody's paid to do anything. So we coordinate all these different aspects like food preparation, gift wrapping, gift distribution, delivery of meals to convalescent homes. People that can't come to the buffet itself are still served on top of the 3,000 plus people that we serve on Christmas Day. It's about a 3-day preparation. pops up and then it disappears. It's amazing.
That's a great thing.
It's really impressive.
It's very impressive.
What about your experience working in groups?
Well, working with TLC, we break into groups for the preparation, and we have to guide and coordinate together. Also, with working with yours company, we had to make sure that everybody had their buffet preparation set out at the same time. So we had one kitchen was responsible for American food, one was responsible for Oriental food, and another was responsible for Latin food. And we had to make sure all of those were ready, and then had the stagger times to replenish the supply on the buffet line as well.
That's great. So you have a lot of different groups working together.
Especially with coordinating and making sure everybody focuses on the same goal.
It's nice that you can manage and have experience in all different types of cuisines too. So not just managing people, managing assets.
Right.
It's great.
You need that.
You ever had like a really challenging situation at work that wasn't really, you never have like a clear cut answer, so like what to do? How would you handle that?
Like maybe on the day off, the chef had his day off, and we had to dispute on how to go about what plating. So we would have gone with a menu book or a spec guide, but we didn't have those at the restaurant. So we went to the person with the most experience in plating, and we sought that advice, and then we agreed upon as a group what would be the best design for this entree menu.
Good improvising. It's great.
Sounds like a good football team.
We got to actually use the creativity of our team members as a group rather than just going to one person and saying, how do we do this? Like we all had to chip in.
So Brian, you know there's probably many people coming in here that do a job interview, but what can you tell me about yourself that says that you're the man for the job?
A lot of people have extensive education like I do, and a lot of people have maybe many years more experience than I do. But my passion sets me apart in this regard because I've been working at this degree and this career since I was 17 years old. I tested out of high school and I went straight into culinary school, and I've been doing this since. And then I was working in the field for 5 years and then went back to school so I could strengthen myself and get a competitive edge. I want to be the best that I can for myself, but I definitely want to be the best that I can for you and your company.
Sounds like you're a great team player. You're so ready.
We'll have you on speed dial.
Have a great day, chef. Have a great day.